Okay, so CVS and related histopathology. Let us start. So today I have made some changes in the PPT based on your previous feedbacks about case studies and some questions about it. So I have included this in it. So let us start. First, as we start, we should always be knowing the basic pathology, or sorry, basic histopathology of any organ which we are studying. So we start with blood vessels, right? So tell me, we all know that the blood vessel is basically composed of three different regions. First, innermost layer is the tunica intima, right? This small, it is actually showing very big. It is very small single layer cell, tunica intima is there. Then we have a thick tunica media, that is the that contains the elastin and other muscle fibers, and the outermost covering is formed the tunica adventitia. You can see in these three things: tunica intima, innermost layer; tunica media, middle layer; and tunica adventitia, the outermost layer. Now let us start our quiz-like session. There is A and there is B. Tell me which is an artery and which is a vein. See, I would like everyone participate. If you keep this session as an interactive session, no, you will also enjoy reading this thing, or else it will appear that I am, just taking a normal lecture like other teachers. Even if someone has answered, you also answer. Yes, correct. A is artery, while B is vein. How do we know? See, artery is a thick structure, and it is, we can say, a little bit of it has resistance as compared to a vein. It will not get compressed, it will not change its shape. So it is all, artery will always appear circular or almost circular, we can say. While vein, because it has less compliance, it will appear haphazardly. It may appear in any shape as it is compressed by any structure. So artery is not a compressible structure, while vein is a compressible structure. What is the difference between them? The layer of tunica media. Artery has more amount of tunica media and hence it cannot be compressed, while vein has less amount of tunica media, or we can say negligible amount of tunica media, due to which it gets easily compressed. So this is the basic normal histology of any artery and vein. Okay, so first question: a 58-year of female having hypertension since 10 years is having regular meditation, is on regular medication. First, try to identify, if you can identify this slide, or else at least try to identify the organ. Wrong answers are also accepted, not at all. Try. If you try, you will learn. Those who can identify the organ, that is also good. At least try for the organ. If you can diagnose the condition, try that thing. Yes, very good. So this is the slide is of kidney. Agreed. How do we know this is a kidney? See, focus on this part. This is a tubule which we can see. Apart from this, glomeruli is also seen. Let me show you. This is basically a glomeruli in, I don't know whether you will be able to appreciate or not. This is also a glomeruli. These are two different glomeruli, rather I can say. Okay. So this is the condition of benign arteriosclerosis, also called as hyaline arteriosclerosis. So what do we see? If a female is on, not a female, a patient is on hypertension since long time, even if that person is on regular medications, there are high chances that the kidney, the small arterioles present in the kidney, may show hyaline deposition. And this you can see, this is the hyaline deposition which is seen, right? So this is the hyaline deposition which you can see in the capillaries of the artery kidney, right? So this slide is of benign arteriosclerosis. Just friends, I'll make a correction. These two things are not the glomeruli; they are basically capillaries. Glomeruli are not seen in this slide. I can say I cannot see the glomeruli clearly, but these two things are basically the capillaries that are seen. So this is a slide of hyaline arteriosclerosis seen in benign hypertension. Someone has kept its mic on. Please mute it. Okay, I'll mute it, no problem. Right. Next slide. So see, this is a typical slide which you can see. Hyaline arteriosclerosis, hyaline deposition in the capillaries. So this is hyaline arteriosclerosis. Okay, let us move on to the next slide. This is a case of 35 years old male, hypertensive since 2 years. Try to identify the organ or diagnose the condition. Yes, good that everyone is answering. So this is a slide of hyperplastic arteriosclerosis that is seen in malignant hypertension. I'll explain how. See, the case studies which I have given, they are just for coming to a primitive diagnosis. A 35-year-old male, how is it hypertensive since 2 years? May so don't go into this thing. Main thing is that if young age can the hypertension is not normal. So it might be some pathological condition that is leading to hypertension in young age. Therefore, I may assume that is to be malignant hypertension, right? Don't focus on the case, focus on the slide. It is the case is just for making you understand. So what things to be? Yes, from this slide we can clearly tell that this is a slide of kidney. Why? Because see this glomeruli can be seen easily. Change the color. See, you can see this is a glomeruli which can be appreciated easily, right? And this structure on the left of the glomeruli is a capillary that has been covered by hyaline deposition, but these hyaline, this is not hyaline, I can rather I can say the cellular proliferation is taking place, and this cellular proliferation, if we see on a magnified image, it will appear as onion skin appearance. Like there is, see, if I see whorls, it is arranged in case of whorls. जैसे onion के peel होते हैं, one if you remove, the second comes, the second if you remove it, the third comes. So ऐसे concentric whorled appearance में होते हैं. So I'll erase this. See, now if you can appreciate that this is a slide, this is the onion skin appearance seen in the malignant hypertension. So this is a slide of hyperplastic arteriosclerosis. Okay. Now, this case, 62-year-old female having complaint of leg ulcers was on calcium therapy for osteoporosis. Try to first identify the organ or structure, and then if possible try to identify the pathology. Just a minute friends, I'll come back. Okay, so nice, almost everyone is correct. This is a slide of Monkeber's medial sclerosis. So okay, let me tell me first that what is the specific stain. I cannot say specific stain, which is the most commonly stain used for calcium. This is histopathology. This is the H&E stain that is used, but which is the most common stain that is used for calcium? Yes, correct. So von Kosa stain is basically most commonly used if you are specifically diagnosing any calcium related condition, and this is a slide of H&E, histamatoxylin and eosin stain is there. So now let us understand this slide. See, how to identify this first as an this is mostly an artery. We can, at least if you label it as blood vessel, it is also fine, right? So this is a blood vessel, we can assume, but mostly calcium deposition takes place in the arteries, and hence we can say it is an artery. Okay. So what do we see? See, the innermost layer is there. This is the tunica intima. Calcium deposition does not take place in that. It takes place in the second layer, that is tunica media. Tunica media. So calcium deposition takes place in tunica media. We know about dystrophic calcification and metastatic calcification, and hence one of the examples is this thing. Okay, so this is a slide of Monckeberg. Spelling is wrong. Okay, change it. Monckeberg medial sclerosis. Okay, next. 68-year-old obese man complains of Ghabraman. Now, there was a controversy that Ghabraman, how do we define Ghabraman? So, one of the medicine residents told me that you can write, in India, you can write as complaint of Ghabraman. Ghabraman is a medical term in India. So, this is the slide. 68-year-old male, obese, complains of Ghabraman since few days. Try to answer. If you are, say, you would find it difficult to diagnose the uh, organ, or we can say the structure in it, but there is something which is clearly seen. Yes, correct. This is a slide of atherosclerosis. Now what are the features we see in an atherosclerotic blood vessel? See, first of all, very clearly we can see these are the cholesterol crystals, right? White colored crystals are seen. These are the cholesterol crystals. And after that, this is the plaque which is present over the tunica intima. There is fibrin deposition on the outermost layer, which forms the fibrin cap, and inside it are the various cells, that is the foam cells, maybe there, macrophages, maybe there, anything. This is a low power magnification, so we cannot identify which cells are there, but we can absolutely see that there is some type of pathology in the center. And from all these things, we give a diagnosis that this is a slide of atherosclerosis, blood vessels. Okay, cholesterol deposition and plaque can be seen. Okay, see, this is another slide of atherosclerosis. We can clearly see that the lumen has changed its shape. It is not perfectly circular. And this part, we can say, there is, this is the plaque that is there. And apart from that, small cholesterol crystals are also seen. You can see where small cholesterol crystals are seen. Try to zoom in your screen, you will be able to see. Okay. This is also a slide of atherosclerosis. My question is, identify the stain that is used. If I am going fast, let me know. Just a minute, friends. Okay, yes, so everyone is correct. This is Masson's trichome stain. This is used for the deposition of fibrous deposits are seen, collagen fibers are there. Okay, and hence we can identify this as an atherosclerotic plaque. 1 minute. This is the atherosclerotic plaque that is seen, right? Okay, next. Try to identify this condition. We know that this is a blood vessel is there, right? Try to identify. Just a minute, it will appear on your screen. Okay. Hello. See. So I am getting two different answers. One is aneurysm and another is dissecting. See, dissection is there and aneurysm is there. See, understand the concept. There are two different things: aneurysm and dissection. Aneurysm basically means enlargement of the blood vessel. एक जगह पे बलून जैसे अगर फूल जाता है तो उसको हम लोग एन्यूरिज्म बोलते हैं, बेरी लाइक ग्रोथ जिसको बोलते हैं. And dissection is basically the separation of the various layers, or you can say the various three layers are there: tunica, intima, media, and adventitia. If they get separated from each other, it is called as dissection, right? Aneurysm is a morphological thing that is seen on your gross examination, right? You cannot see aneurysm on a slide, but similarly dissection is something that is seen only on a microscope. From a blood vessel you cannot say that this is a dissection on the gross specimen. Only we know that yes, dissection, if the blood gets accumulated, it may give the appearance of a false aneurysm. If you read your textbooks, it will give you the concept of false berry aneurysm. Read that, right? So on microscope examination, this will be a slide of aortic dissection. Okay, this will be a slide of aortic dissection. Now how do we see? This is the blood vessel. Okay, we can see the lumen has been obliterated. One more thing is important to know. See, this is the entire blood vessel. I can say this media and adventitia have been separated by the flow of blood. This is blood, and hence now we can see that the blood vessel has been dissected. The layers have been separated, most commonly seen in aorta, and hence we call it as aortic dissection. Can be seen in other blood vessels also. Okay, this is another slide. Same aortic dissection can be seen. Here we can see that the tunica media is itself separated from inside. See, both is tunica media, above it and below it. And dissection has taken place intra tunica media, between, inside tunica media. Okay. Next, identify this condition. It will be difficult. Give me a generalized answer, that is also fine. We know that this is a case of this is a slide of blood vessel. I'll tell you, right? Give me a general idea. We can say a gross answer will also be acceptable. Gross answer. Even if you write inflammation, I'll accept it, no problem. But try to answer. किसी एक ने लिखा इसलिए सबको वही लिखना वैसा कंपल्सरी नहीं है. Whatever you feel right, you can write. I will wait for more 10 seconds. Answer. Because see, if you are having any doubt, नहीं समझ आ रहा है तो आप कुछ तो मार्क करोगे आंसर में. तो क्या मार्क करोगे? लिख दो. Then you will be able to अंडरस्टैंड दैट क्यों मैं गलत था या क्यों मैं गलत थी. Okay, so nice. Everyone has given good answers. So basically, this is a slide of vasculitis in general. Now, yes, what are the answers which you have given? Necrosis is there. Yes, necrosis is seen in this thing. Fibrinoid necrosis, yes, a specific answer. Which type of necrosis is seen in vasculitis? This fibrinoid necrosis is seen, right? Then granuloma formation, yes, granuloma is also formed in case of vasculitis. See, I am not going into the details that it is vaginous granulomatosis or polyarteritis nodosa. There has to be some history that if it is a small, we cannot see, you cannot tell that this is a large cell, small cell, medium cell, no age is given, nothing. So we are not going into detail. If history is given, we might specifically which type of vasculitis is we can tell, but let us stick to the basic that this is a slide of vasculitis. Now, how will we identify this thing? See, first of all, from slide number A, we have to identify, 1 minute. From the slide A, we need to first identify that this is a slide of blood vessel. How do we know? See, there is a lumen in center. This is having some lumen and a thick structure is surrounding it. So a very few structures in human body are having lumen, and this has to be blood vessel. Now, you can see that there is some pathology over here. Step by step approach. Now we zoom that in B. In B, what do we see? That there is some central part of highly eosinophilic material is there, surrounded by some basophilic infiltration of cells is there. And apart from that, even the other layers, see these layers are also having some type of infiltration of some type of cells. We do not know. Let us go step by step in detail. Now we further zoom this. And what do we see? Central area is eosinophilic. And this is mostly seen in case of which type of necrosis? Fibrinoid necrosis. Fibrin strand gets deposited, right? Which is appears pinkish in color. So this is an example of fibrinoid necrosis. This is a D slide is not a zoom in picture. This is another picture we can see, but both are examples of fibrinoid necrosis. Apart from that, you can see in outer layers, neutrophilic infiltration is also there, and surrounding it, granuloma formation is also taking place in figure D. So from C and D, we can say there is some type of inflammation is there, fibrinoid necrosis is there, and inner blood vessels. From all these steps, we can give the answer as vasculitis in general. Okay. Now from history and other such features, we can answer which type of vasculitis it can be. Okay. See, this is also an image of fibrinoid necrosis. See, this is the, here you can see fibrin deposition is there. Sorry, today my handwriting is not, I don't know what's the problem in the, okay. So this is also an example of fibrinoid necrosis. Okay. That is seen in vasculitis. Now, a 4-year-old child, male child, uh, his parents bring him with a complaint of red cystic lesion on the face. Right? You can see in the image. No, see, this is another question. Vasculitis got over. अब vasculitis concept खत्म हो गया. New pathological condition. Okay. So 4-year-old male child, right? Parents bring with a complaint of red cystic lesion on the face. Histopathological examination of that lesion was done, and we found this. Try to identify the condition. A lot of people are answering good. Okay, so yes, correct. This is a slide of hemangioma. How do we know? See, if I just kept this slide, it would become difficult for you to identify this as hemangioma. Hemangioma is a benign proliferation, right? It is not a cancerous malignant condition. It is a benign proliferation of the blood vessels, most commonly seen in children and infants. And lesions are mostly on the face. Someone's mic is on, please turn it off. Okay. Now you can see that they are cystic. They are cystic, fluid filled lesion. What is the fluid in it? Blood. Right? Cystic, fluid filled lesion. What is the fluid in it? Blood vessels. Blood cells are seen. So these granular, these things which you can see, you know, this is there, this is there. What are they? They are RBCs, blood cells. RBCs are there. And as it is a cystic lesions, capillaries are seen proliferating. So these spaces which are there, that is your capillary spaces are there, right? And from these two things, we can say that this is a slide of hemangioma, right? This slide is also there in the university or prelims examination. Something similar to it. History will be something like this. Say a small child with small cystic lesions, right? Okay, this is a benign condition. Remember, hemangioma is not a malignant condition. Okay, now this. Let it appear on your screen. 1 minute. Okay. This is the normal heart histology, right? We can see, forget about the intercalated disc. We are not going into so much details. We just need to learn the basic pathology. We can see heart muscles are there. They are arranged regularly, right? Interconnected to each other by so-called calated disc. I'll zoom in. See. You can see that some vertical strip or band like structure is there that is present in it. So these are the intercalated disc. Okay. Nothing more to learn from normal heart histology. Heart muscles are there, aligned in regular manner. Now let us learn the pathology. 68-year-old male, obese patients complains of Gabramand. This is a slide of heart. I am telling you. Now diagnose the condition. Simple. Nice. Yes, correct. So simple answer is this is a slide of MI, myocardial infarction. How do we know? See, you will have to learn this as this is a slide of heart. I think you should be able to identify this thing. The image which I had shown you earlier, in which the we can say the view was different. It was having a longitudinal view, and in this case, transverse section has been taken. See, if this muscle fibers are there, and if I cut it like this, right? So what if I see from the top? What will it appear? It will appear as something like this, right? So same thing can be seen over here and over here, right? So I hope you get the orientation of this slide. Let it appear on the screen. The internet is working perfect, but I don't know what's the problem. Is my screen visible? First of all, I have made two arrows. Is it visible on your screen? Two arrows. Yes. Okay. Then it's fine. Okay. So let us continue. So these two, I hope you understood the orientation. So vertical, if transverse section is taken, so it will appear something like this. So this is a slide of myocardial infarction. That is the first thing which you need to understand. Now you can see that this part, it is having some, as compared to the other part, this appears a little bit lightish. It appears something light, right? And we can say that someone said there is necrosis in there, someone said scar formation, healed infarct. Yes, correct. This is probably most probable answer which we can give is a healed MI is there. If had it been a जस्ट सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक चीज याद रखो, अगर स्लाइड आप एमआई के लेते हो तो कब पॉसिबल है, जब इंसान मर गया होगा, जिंदा इंसान का स्लाइड नहीं ले सकते, राइट। तो अगर इंसान मर जाए और उसके बाद आप उसका हार्ट की स्लाइड लेते हो तो मोस्टली वो हील्ड इनफैक्ट ही होगा, राइट। दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग। नाउ सी दिस, सेंट्रल पार्ट के अंदर यहाँ पे फाइब्रोसिस जैसा लग रहा है, हाईलीन डिपॉजिशन तो आई वोंट से, बट जैसा लाइट पिंक कलर किसमें दिख जाता है जहाँ पे फाइब्रोसिस हो चुका होता है। तो फ्रॉम दिस वी कैन से दैट दिस इज द एरिया ऑफ फाइब्रोसिस एंड हेंस अगर हार्ट के अंदर कोई जगह पे स्कार फॉर्मेशन है, फाइब्रोसिस हुआ है, दैट मींस इट इज अ स्लाइड ऑफ हील्ड एमआई और एमआई, राइट, सिंपल। ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट टेल मी द ऑर्गन और स्ट्रक्चर। Yes, very good. Now, once you have identified the structure or the organ, identify what is shown in this image and which condition, in which condition will you see this thing. Yes, correct. This is a slide of lung. Heart failure cells are seen, that is hemosiderin laden macrophages. See, heart failure is a very non-specific answer. I want which type of heart failure. Heart के दो parts होते हैं, right, left, atria and ventricle, right? So एट्रिया वेंट्रिकल तो जाने दो, कोई बात नहीं, बट आई वांट अ स्पेसिफिक आंसर, विच साइडेड हार्ट फेलियर। नहीं समझ आया तो मैं एक्सप्लेन तो करूंगा, बट सी इफ यू राइट देन आई विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड। यस, करेक्ट, दिस इज the heart failure cells seen in case of left side or left ventricular failure. Understand the pathology. See, left sided heart failure होगा तो heart will not be able to pump the blood. तो पल्मोनरी वेन्स जो होगी, जो हार्ट लंग्स से हार्ट में आ रही है, उसके अंदर प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा, बैक फ्लो स्टार्ट होगा, एंड दिस बैक फ्लो will make this will cause the pulmonary edema to develop in the lungs, and this pressure will cause the RBCs to pass through the alveolar lining epithelium, and as the result of which iron जो होगा वो gets deposited into the macrophages and gives this appearance specifically called as hemosiderin laden macrophages seen in case of left sided heart failure, right? Now tell me of this slide, what is this? Identify the organ, identify the condition, and uh, what can be the most probable reason for this condition. See, if you write it now, you will be able to correct your answers. A lot of people have written partially correct answers. So I hope, yes, see, this is a slide of chronic venous congestion of the liver seen in case of right ventricular failure or right-sided heart failure. First, also called as nutmeg liver. Yes, nutmeg liver is also a correct answer. The condition is called as nutmeg liver. Now let me correct some of the answers. Some of you just answered it as liver congestion. See, there are a lot of liver congestions that are possible. Acute condition is there, chronic condition is there. This is specifically seen in case of chronic venous congestion of the liver, right? Why? Because right-sided heart failure will take place, right? The heart will not be able to pump it from the right side to the lung, right? And if such takes place, backflow of the blood will take place into the liver, and blood will get accumulated into the liver. All this is a chronic process. It is not an acute process कि आज हुआ कल मुझे ये features दिखाई देने वाले हैं. No, it is a long standing process. Edema develops, we can say congestion develops in the lung, in the liver, and hence it will appear a chronic venous congestion, not any simple congestion of liver. That is the first change. Someone answered portal hypertension. See, portal hypertension इसमें नहीं दिखाई देगा because let me show you one more thing which you can see over here. This is the central vein. Okay, central vein के आजू बाजू जो reddish area है, what is that? That is necrosis. So central vein के आजू बाजू necrosis, that we may say it is centrilobular necrosis is there, that is characteristically found in chronic venous congestion, right? पोर्टल हाइपरटेंशन के अंदर पैथोलॉजी लिवर में है, इसलिए लिवर के पहले वाले जो स्ट्रक्चर्स होंगे ना वो अफेक्ट होंगे, या फिर वी कैन से दी पोर्टल वेन्स जो होगी दैट विल बी अफेक्टेड, सेंट्रल वेन अफेक्ट नहीं होगी। इसके केस में लिवर के बाद में पैथोलॉजी है, इसीलिए जहां से ब्लड लंग्स हार्ट में जा रहा है सेंट्रल वेन, वहां पे कंजेशन हो रहा है। सो पोर्टल हाइपरटेंशन विल बी बिफोर द लिवर and CVC of the lung में after the liver pathology है इसीलिए, right? And yes, it is seen in case of right ventricular heart failure, correct? And anything else? Anyone has written? No. Okay, so this is also called as nutmeg liver. This reddish thing which you can see, that is basically your necrosis. Okay, and central part is the central vein which you can see in the center. Okay, now next, first try to identify the organ. Next, identify the specific lesion or the disease in which the lesion is seen. ये सारी कंडीशन में आई एम नॉट गिविंग यू क्लिनिकल केसेस बिकॉज इफ आई गिव इट तो फिर वो तुम डायरेक्टली आंसर कर दोगे फ्रॉम द केस, वो स्लाइड देखोगे ही नहीं, इसलिए आई एम नॉट गिविंग केस इन दिस केस, इन सच केसेस। पहले जो लोग को नहीं मिल रहा है लीजन, जो लोग को डिजीज नहीं मिल रहा है, डोंट वरी, सीखेंगे, बट पहले ऑर्गन या स्ट्रक्चर आइडेंटिफाई करना सीखो, आइडेंटिफाई द स्ट्रक्चर। yes, see, so I can see a lot of people are finding difficult in it, no problem। हम लोग ने पहले देखा कि ये हार्ट है, उनको पता चल गया, राइट? वी कैन सी अब दिस इज समथिंग सिमिलर टू द फर्स्ट स्लाइड, द नॉर्मल हिस्टोलॉजी ऑफ हार्ट वी शो, वो वैसी वाली स्लाइड है, राइट? मसल सेल्स आर अरेंज्ड लाइक दिस थिंग। ओके, दिस इज अ स्लाइड ऑफ हार्ट, इतना सबको पता चल गया। नाउ सेकंड स्टेप, आइडेंटिफाई द पैथोलॉजी, कहाँ पे लीजन है वो पहले आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं। सी दिस मे बी वन ऑफ द रीजन, ये एक जगह है जहाँ पे लीजन है, राइट? यहाँ पे लीजन हो सकता है, टू पॉसिबिलिटीज आते हैं। ओके, अब एक चीज देखो, यहाँ पे सेंटर में एक वेन है, मतलब एनी ब्लड वेसल इज देयर। अब रेगुलरली देखते हो, एक ब्लड वेसल है, ये एक दूसरी ब्लड वेसल है, ये दूसरी ब्लड वेसल है, तीसरी ब्लड वेसल है, चौथी ब्लड वेसल है। सो देयर में भी चांसेस के ये आइदर ब्लड वेसल की पैथोलॉजी हो सकती है या फिर ये एक हार्ट के मसल की पैथोलॉजी हो सकती है। ये ब्लड वेसल के होने के चांसेस क्यों कम है? बिकॉज अगर मैं हार्ट की स्लाइड दिखा रहा हूँ तो मैं हार्ट की लीजन की बात करूंगा। इफ आई वांटेड टू स्पेसिफिकली शो यू सम लीजन ऑफ द ब्लड वेसल्स, तो मैं ब्लड वेसल्स वाली स्लाइड दिखाऊंगा, राइट? एनीवेज, जाने दो, फर्स्ट फोकस ऑन दिस लीजन। व्हाट इज दिस? वी कैन सी कि कुछ ग्रैन्युलोमा जैसा फॉर्मेशन है, अक्यूमुलेशन है, इन्फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ सेल्स इज देयर। तो विच डिजीज ऑफ द हार्ट, जिस कौन सा ऐसा डिजीज है जिसके अंदर ग्रैन्युलोमा जैसा फॉर्मेशन होता है हार्ट मसल्स के अंदर? So the answer is RHD, rheumatic heart disease. What is seen? Astroff nodules are seen, right? See, so one minute. So Astroff nodules seen in rheumatic heart disease. अगर तुम लोग ने RHD पढ़ा होगा ना तो ही ये आएगा, अगर पता ही नहीं है RHD क्या है तो you won't be able to identify this thing, right? Now let us go into the zoomed picture of this image. So what do we see? This is an area of collection of some cells जो एक नोड्यूलर ऐसा गोल स्ट्रक्चर में, ऑलमोस्ट ओवर्ड स्ट्रक्चर में अक्यूमुलेट हुआ है। एंड व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक दैट इज सीन? कैटरपिलर लाइक सेल्स। अब सी देखो, कैटरपिलर लाइक सेल्स वो एक थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन है, वो स्लाइड के अंदर नहीं आ सकता, राइट? वी विल शो, आई विल शो यू हाउ डज अ कैटरपिलर सेल लुक लाइक, बराबर? बट रिमेंबर, ऐसी चीजें स्लाइड्स में नहीं पूछते। क्रॉस आरएचडी एस्ट्रॉफ नोड्यूल इतना आना चाहिए, राइट? एंड थ्योरेटिकली कि caterpillar like cells are seen in case of Astroff nodule, वो आना चाहिए। see this lesion, एक caterpillar कैसा होता है? ऐसा होता है, राइट? तो उसका जो न्यूक्लियस है that will appear something like it, and hence caterpillar like cells are seen in case of Astroff nodules, and the disease is rheumatic heart disease. Okay. Now, another slide. First, try to identify the structure or the organ, and second, if you can identify the pathology. This is, I think, the last slide. पैथोलॉजी ना ढूंढ पाओ तो चलेगा, एटलीस्ट ऑर्गन या स्ट्रक्चर आइडेंटिफाई करो. देखो, इफ यू एटलीस्ट राइट ना ऑर्गन, तो मुझे पता चलेगा हार्ट तो है, उतना तुम्हें पता चला है. और अगर वो उसका मीनिंग ये भी होता है कि यू स्टिल नीड टू लर्न कि भाई पैथोलॉजी, हिस्टोपैथोलॉजी बेसिक कैसा होता है. यस, तो आई कैन सी जस्ट ओके. यस, ओके. यस, इतना तो समझ आ गया कि ये हार्ट की स्लाइड है. सी, दिस इज अ मसल फाइबर विच यू कैन सी. पैथोलॉजी है, उतना कंफर्म है, ये नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर है, वैसा नहीं लग रहा है, राइट. तो फ्रॉम दिस नेम वी कैन से दैट ये हार्ट की स्लाइड है एंड देयर इज सम पैथोलॉजी. तो बेसिकली दिस इज अ स्लाइड ऑफ HOCM. दिस इज नॉट अमाइलॉइडोसिस. सी, अमाइलॉइडोसिस होगा ना तो मैं कौन सा कॉन्गो रेड, उसी का स्टेन, मतलब उसी का स्लाइड दिया जाएगा. एंड देयर इज नोवेयर अमाइलॉइड डिपोजिशन सीन इन दिस. कोई बात नहीं, इफ यू हैव आंसर्ड इट, इट्स फाइन. व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज HOCM, हाइपरट्रोफिक कार्डियोमायोपैथी. कैसे पता चला? व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फाइंडिंग्स इन HOCM? हाइपरट्रोफी हो गया, मसल्स बढ़ गए हैं, राइट, उनकी साइज बढ़ गई है. इट इज नॉट अ नंबर, हाइपरट्रोफी हुआ है, साइज बढ़ गया है. एंड सी, इफ इन अ स्मॉल एरिया, इफ यू वांट टू accommodate more number of things, what will you do? आप उसको गोल गोल हेफेजार्डली जैसा जाए पुश कर करके जिधर भी जहाँ जगह, मतलब जहाँ जगह मिले उसको डाल दोगे, वैसा होगा. तो सी, हियर आल्सो इररेगुलर अरेंजमेंट एंड वर्ल्ड अरेंजमेंट दिखेगा. सी, इफ यू कैन फोकस ऑन दिस टाइम वर्ल्ड अरेंजमेंट, कोई फाइबर ऐसा है, कोई ऐसा है, कोई स्ट्रेट है, कोई वैसा है, जहां जगह मिली उन लोग ने वहां पे ग्रो किया है. लिमिटेड स्पेस इज देयर, राइट, एंड हेंस टू अकोमोडेट मोर फाइबर्स, जहां पे वर्ल्ड अपीयरेंस भी है, जैसे जहां पे जगह मिली वैसा मसल फाइबर्स ग्रो हुए हैं. वैसा हेफेजार्ड एंड वर्ल्ड अरेंजमेंट ऑफ मसल फाइबर्स, और उनकी साइज भी बड़ी हुई है. दिस इज कैरेक्टरिस्टिकली सीन इन केस ऑफ HOCM. And yes, someone has answered. Boxcar nuclei is also seen. Yes. And I think a lot of people ने HOCM नहीं पढ़ा होगा, इसलिए they are not knowing this thing. Okay, fine. Helter Skelter Dissere is also there and boxcar nuclei is there. Okay, fine. वो एक बार तुम लोग फिर से देख लेना HOCM. I thought कि भाई ये बहुत कम लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. Even I had not read in my second year. तो कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट सेशन में मैं तुम्हें HOCM के बारे में थोड़ा और डिटेल में बताऊंगा. व्हाट इज दिस बॉक्स कार न्यूक्लियर, क्योंकि आई डोंट हैव अ इमेज ऑफ दैट स्पेसिफिक बॉक्स कार न्यूक्लियर में कैसे देखा होगा ऐसा, राइट. लास्ट पार्ट, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ क्लॉट एंड अ थ्रोम्बस? लिखना, इफ यू आर आंसरिंग अटैचमेंट टू द वॉल, बट व्हाट अटैचेस टू द वॉल, द क्लॉट और द थ्रोम्बस, वो भी लिखना. कंपोजिशन क्लॉट और थ्रोम्बस के बीच में क्या होता है डिफरेंस? अटैचमेंट, सी, डोंट कंफ्यूज बिटवीन अ थ्रोम्बस एंड एन एम्बोलाई. थ्रोम्बस चिपका रहता है, एम्बोलाई डिसलॉज होकर किधर और जा सकता है. वो थ्रोम्बस और एम्बोलस के बीच में डिफरेंस है. माय क्वेश्चन इज बिटवीन क्लॉट एंड थ्रोम्बस. only 3 or 4 people have answered. बताओ तो सही. See, because I know a lot of people will make mistake in this thing, and that is the reason I have kept this question. We are 70 people, we can 68, 69 people are there watching this thing, and I've only got hardly 5 or 6 answers. जो भी हो, गलत हो तो गलत बताओ. I will wait one more minute because I want everyone to answer. जो तुम्हें लगे लिखो. एक चीज है जो large people are missing. Simple चीज है. You're explaining the composition. We're explaining the किससे बनता है ये वो. एक चीज सोचो ध्यान से. साइज नो. साइज का कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. नहीं चल कोई बात नहीं. None of you are correct. The answer lies something related to forensic medicine. Clot is formed post mortem. मरने के बाद अगर ब्लड कोएगुलेट होता है तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज क्लॉट. और अगर मरने से पहले दैट इज इन लिविंग पर्सन if blood clots it is called as your thrombus. So thrombus is antemortem. हमारा मिसनोमर ऐसा बोलते हैं कि ब्लड क्लॉट हो गया है या फिर कोई जगह पे लिखा होता है, बट द वेरी स्पेसिफिक डेफिनेशन इज क्लॉट इज फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर डेथ, दैट इज योर पोस्ट मॉर्टम, राइट, एंड थ्रोम्बस इज एन एंटी मॉर्टम फिनोमेनन. हम उसको डिफरेंशिएट कैसे करेंगे? इफ आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट दिस इज अ स्लाइड ऑफ ब्लड वेसल, आई एम शोइंग यू, ओके, तो मुझे बताओ क्या एबनॉर्मेलिटी तुम्हें लग रही है? डिस्क्राइब दिस स्लाइड. बराबर. अगर तुम डायग्नोसिस दे सकोगे तो ठीक है, फाइन. बिकॉज लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल वर नॉट नोइंग एंटीमॉर्टम एंड पोस्टमॉर्टम का डिफरेंस, सो देयर इज डिफिकल्ट कि आप इस स्लाइड को जो पैथोलॉजी है वो आइडेंटिफाई कर सके. बट आई वुड लाइक कि तुम इस लीजन को डिस्क्राइब करो. सी को ये लास्ट स्लाइड है, 11:30 को खत्म हो जाएगा, तो लेट अस टेक वन एक्स्ट्रा मिनट टू डिस्क्राइब करो इस स्लाइड को. क्या एबनॉर्मेलिटी लग रही है तुम्हें? सी आई डोंट वांट द डायग्नोसिस. क्लॉट है, थ्रोम्बस है, वो नहीं जानना है मुझे. मुझे जानना है इसमें डिस्क्राइब करो लीजन्स को. वेवीनेस दिख रही है, करेक्ट. डिस्क्राइब द लीजन, तुम्हें जो दिख रहा हो. तीन चार लोगों ने रिप्लाई दिया है. एंड हाउ मेनी पीपल? 68 पीपल आर देयर. एक बार डिस्क्राइब करोगे, मैं आंसर बताऊंगा ना, फिर कभी भूलोगे नहीं, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ डिस्क्राइब करो. यस करेक्ट. चलो इतना तो तुम लोग ने बताया. इट इज ऑल्टरनेट डार्क और लाइट बैंड के पैटर्न्स हमको दिख रहे हैं. यस. एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ पैटर्न इज करेक्टली, किसी ने कहा था, लाइंस ऑफ ज़ान, ZAHN. These are called as your lines of Zahan, ZAHN. What is this? Platelet, RBC, fibrins, उसके alternate arrangement in the blood vessel के layers, उसको हम बोलते हैं lines of Zahan, that are seen in case of thrombus. These are not seen in case of clots. if you want to differentiate any you can say blood abnormality, एक clotting हुआ है blood का एक crime scene के ऊपर, you want to know कि वो मरने से पहले था या मरने से बाद था, तो आप उसकी histopathological examination करवाते हैं. If lines of Zahan's are present, then it is a thrombus, and if it is not present, it is seen in case of clot. See, lines of Zahan only in stronger blood flow areas, that is fine. Platelet, fibrin, RBCs. RBCs will appear dark in color, so एक dark layer होगा. जहाँ पे भी platelet और fibrin होगा, वो light layer होगा. So alternate layers ऐसा dark and red के दिखेंगे. That is seen in case of lines of Zahan. Okay. Now one last question, मैंने इसमें लिखा तो नहीं है. Clot जो होता है, उसको हम लोग एक specific नाम देते हैं. Postmortem clot को we give it a special name. What is it called? उसका जो morphological gross examination होता है ना, तब I'm not talking of histology. Gross examination of a clot पे postmortem clot को एक हम कुछ नाम देते हैं. क्या नाम देते हैं? Yes, correct. Chicken fat appearance. So postmortem clot जो होता है उसको हम लोग chicken fat appearance कहते हैं, right? Okay. And this is a case which I had seen. So I am sharing this with you. 27-year-old male had a minor trauma. मतलब वो सिर्फ बाइक पे से गिर गया. He was all right. उसको कुछ हुआ नहीं था. Right? Everything was fine. And after 48 hours, he felt breathlessness. And then he was taken to a hospital and he collapsed there and died. Right? उसका lung examination किया गया था because having complaints of breathlessness, and this was the histopathological findings. What do you diagnose this thing? What would be the cause of death? Yes. So this is a slide of fat embolism. How do we identify it as fat embolism? See, these are the fat globules or droplets that are seen in case of alveoli. And अगर उसको हम oil red O से stain करते हैं, तो we get this type of appearance. Okay, so this is a slide of fat embolism. कैसे होता है fat embolism? हिस्ट्री कैसे होगी? टिपिकली एनी एज पर्सन ट्रॉमा होता है, मोस्टली लोअर लिम्ब का ट्रॉमा होता है, एंड फ्रैक्चर होगा. फ्रैक्चर इतना सीवियर होगा कि जो बोन मैरो के अंदर जो फैट सेल्स होते हैं ना, दे गेट डिसलॉज्ड एंड दे ट्रैवल टू द लंग, गेट डिपॉजिट ओवर हियर, कॉजिंग ब्रेथलेसनेस, एंड द पेशेंट डाइज. अभी ट्रॉमा सीवियर होता है लेकिन द पर्सन विल नॉट एबल टू फील इट कि भाई बोन मैरो के तक अंदर क्रैक हो गया और ब्लड फैट हैज बीन dislodged to the heart or the lungs, right? So this type of typical history is seen in case of fat embolism. So that was all from my side. Thank you very much. Now let us discuss your doubts.